Okay.
Here are... So there were kind of two animations to promote the opening of 11th.
Okay. Is that
The
up
first
here?
one is Iron Will, and then the Armageddon New Edition trailer.
Okay. Tech wizardry here. Hello, the PlayStation. On here. So we want to start with Iron Will?
Do Iron Will first, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey, pause. Okay. All right. All right, let's react. Return to Armageddon.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
People of Armageddon.
Soldiers of the Imperial Guard. For decades, we have defended this world. Some of you were born here and know only war. Some of you have grown old upon these battlefields. Some of you were brought from off-world, shipped here to die.
Oh no!
I thank every one of you. But look at what's become of our world.
Graveyards that reach from horizon to horizon. Cities cloaked in ash and dust. All
Industry in ruin. The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
They come in numbers the likes of which we've never seen.
Dude, in the
We're
trenches.
expected to die in duty. To hold the line.
We cannot.
There is no victory to be had here.
So like, what?
I cannot ask you to die
In the mud of a world that was lost long ago.
Yikes.
Flee. All of you.
Flee. Make for the evacuation transports.
Get off world if you are able. Run for your...
Oh no! Oh no. Oh no.
There will be no evacuation.
There will be no cowardice. There will be no defeat. This is our city. This is our world.
That's crazy.
Soldiers of Armageddon.
Make ready.
Oh shit. Okay. All that for a plastic figurine of the killer.
Oh man, the myth, the legend, Commissar Yarrick.
Okay, dude. All right.
So, I'll give you some context as to what the fuck you're looking at here.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with Armageddon here. Armageddon is one of the more well-known and popular planets in the 40k lore sphere. Armageddon is constantly under war from various factions, but in particular, the orcs have a want to take over Armageddon. Whether they actually want anything on it or they just enjoy like they just enjoy fighting there. They just enjoy having a good time.
Right.
So yeah, there are guard factions from all over the galaxy fighting on Armageddon. So we see a lot of Cadian troopers. The guys with the gas masks that go over the top are the Kriegsmen.
Kriegsmen. Okay.
It's not shown directly in this trailer, but there is also the Armageddon Steel Legion. It's another guard faction that people really like, but for some reason Games Workshop will not make new models for. So in this trailer, we are seeing Armageddon once again beset by orcs, and whoever this guy is telling us, oh, there's no hope. Give up. We'll lose. We're going to lose. And we can see off in the distance a bunch of...
what is that?
That's a Stompa.
Oh, okay.
That there's a Stompa, which is the big orc vehicle that you can run on the tabletop. They're basically giant walking mechs, but they're very orky, where it's kind of like, what the hell is this? A pile of trash? But it still moves and it somehow kills titans.
Junkyard robot thing. Okay.
See all this build up where we're all losing, and then he gets shot.
Damn.
Man who shoots him is Commissar Lord Yarick. So Yarick's really interesting, where there's a lot of stuff about Yarick, and he's been around for a long time. I think in the beginning of 10th, there was a footnote where it's like, oh, Yarick died somewhere along the ways or something like that. So people thought he was dead. Yeah, that's a good place to pause right on
that. That
there.
looks sick.
So there's a couple things to talk about with Yarick. So he's a Commissar Lord, where Commissar generally leads a group of guardsmen, but Commissar Lords lead hundreds, if not thousands, of guardsmen. So he's basically the military commander over Armageddon, and he's been like that for decades at this point.
Oh.
The arm that you see him have is not made by humans.
Oh.
That is an orc power claw.
Oh.
He lost his arm midway through combat and then got an orc power claw. And somehow it works for him. Somehow he is able to use it, because the weird thing about orc technology is that unless you're an orc, it usually doesn't work.
Right.
There's also this thing that people believe that, I don't know if I've ever talked about the orc's power of imagination.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So the orcs are one of my favorite factions in 40k because they are the comedic faction.
Okay.
Where the way that orc stuff works is that orcs generally don't have a lot of psychic powers. They don't, like, there are a couple orc outliers where you have orcs that can use psychic abilities and stuff like that, but generally most orcs don't have that. But they have this little spark, and it's basically what is known as the power of imagination. And if enough orcs believe a statement to be true, Through sheer force of numbers and will, it becomes true. I'll give you an example.
Oh no.
Orc vehicles that are painted red go faster because red is the fastest color, Aaron.
That's true.
The orc stealth unit is purple. Because have you ever seen a purple orc? No, you haven't.
That's true. I haven't. Yeah.
What's the most powerful color? Green. Because it is.
Because they're green.
There is a belief in 40k lore that the only reason that Yarrick can use the power claw is because enough orcs believe he can.
That's crazy. So the dude is like genuinely feared and somewhat revered in a way.
He is the most respected human amongst all orcs because the main, like, biggest, toughest orc, Gazgul, loves Yarrick because Yarrick has the best, puts up the best fight. So
That tracks.
having Yarrick back means that we will potentially get more story between him and Gazgul, especially because orcs are being pinned as the new big opponent for the start of 11th edition here.
Okay.
With 11 being focused around a new conflict on Armageddon with the orcs. So the nice thing is not only are we getting like a new Commissar Yarrick model, because Yarrick's model has not been updated in 10 years, I think.
Oof.
And the old one looks kind of fucking weird.
Oh no. Oh
It
no.
doesn't look very good.
Oh no.
So this new model looks a lot better.
This looks
and
great.
I think he got a weapon upgrade. Like, I don't remember him having a Stormbolter bolt pistol.
That's cool.
I thought he just had a normal bolt pistol that didn't have two barrels.
Huh.
So yeah, this was a bit, and alongside this, there's also a bunch of new book content around Yarrick's return to Armageddon.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that was the first pop off that, new stuff is coming.
And that cinematic is really good. It really
It's
is.
really nice looking.
Oh.
Now we can watch the other one, which is the new edition.
How often would you say they've done these cinematics?
So, say if we pull up, one of the easy ways to tell is like literally pull up their channel and you can take a look.
New edition. Videos.
Like the last time, because there's a bunch of the Warhammer Plus TV stuff that was shown. The last,
because like I know we watched the Heresy one a while back.
Yeah, the last one of these cinematic trailers to promote. Because not all of the new, say like the new models and stuff like that get some of them just get like, oh, here's the model. Let me show
and they
it
just
to you,
pan
kind
around
of
the
thing.
model, which that's cool too.
4 months ago was the last one, which was Titus and the 500 Worlds.
Did we see that one?
We may have not have. We can watch it if you like.
Yeah, because I mean, all we watched was the Horus Heresy one. I remember that one. I remember being really mad too. Just like,
what do you mean? This is for plastic.
This is it. I don't get to watch like the Salamanders series here and watch my boys. Watch the most like epic battle there. Like, come on, man. That should have been like a 2-hour movie of that battle. Okay, so we should watch this other one.
Yeah. God.
So there is only war. Get this one ready.
Yeah, and then before that was the new edition, was the Salamanders cinematic that we saw.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so roughly like every 4 to 5 months there's a new one.
That's not terrible. I mean, this stuff is
there's
expensive.
also more.
takes
There's
time.
also more now because of Warhammer Plus. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of the new like sort of short series that they put out about the sisters and the sisters fighting the orcs. And that has been pretty cool from the pieces that I've seen.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. This one is There Is Only War. Oh, the helmet busted.
Armageddon, the war world. Its soil is worthless, salted by the blood and sweat of generations.
Sick.
War is all that remains. It rises from the dust and echoes in the sky, a promise, a cacophony of endings. Sanguinius' sons, angels of death.
Okay.
We belong here.
My boys. Oh, that's cool. It like shorted it out with the. Okay.
Our veins burn with his wrath. Our twin hearts hammer with his rage.
They need to bring a Sat helmet.
Is all that we know.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
This world must.
That's a
hold.
perfect parry right there,
There can
boys.
be no retreat. There can be no mercy. There can be no peace. There is only war.
Whoa. All that for plastic?
All that, well, not even. Yeah, they did.
Oh, this is a
promote
book?
A new book. No, that's a new box.
Wait,
that's
wait.
a new box set.
I'll go back. Oh, okay. For this little guy right here.
That's a new box set. That's the
June.
Armageddon box.
Okay. Interesting. I like this one. This one's really cool too. Damn. Okay, so is this box like what are we anticipating to potentially be in this box? Like,
So it'll be like the first box of each kind of new edition where you basically get 2 armies. You get a Blood Angels army and a Orc army. Not a ton of models, maybe like 10 or 15 aside kind of thing.
I think that's great.
And it's basically, this is enough to, if you wanted to play 2-player Warhammer, this would be enough models to play.
Oh, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie, this might be the one that gets me. I don't know how much this is.
That's the thing. I don't know how much they're going to sell the Armageddon box for.
Or how rare it might be if it's like
That's
a pre-order
the other thing,
type
is that
thing.
sometimes
you know?
it sells off so fucking quickly.
This would be the one to get some blood angels, and you know, get some orcs too. I'm game.
Yeah.
Okay, let me run this back while
we get that because that I believe that is a new, basically hinting at a new model for the I think what is it? We've seen jetpack chaplain before. That model has existed, but I believe this basically means that we're getting a new sculpt for it.
I'm not gonna lie, this broken helmet, that would go really hard if they put that in the game. Like, as like a, you know, I beat the hardest difficulty on all the missions or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Beat every mission on oh, here we go. Yeah, I found
that guy, dude, just shredding people with the shield. Yeah, Devin says, now there is a real chaplain. Uh-oh. There we are. Oh, there's some regular Space Marines. That first one had the red helmet on. Go back. Yeah, there he is. Got that guy, then we got this guy. No problem. Look at this. And that's pretty cool, seeing this like orc mech thing with a bunch of missiles on it.
I believe that new walker is a new orc model too. I believe that's a new orc model.
That's sick. New firstborn models? Wait, let me go back. This part was fascinating to me. Hang on. Let me get the audio on for this little part. Because when he blocks that axe, it's like, it's making like a grinding noise.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I guess it's like the electricity that's doing that.
Yeah, it's the orc's axe against the tower shield.
Yeah, and it just sounds like you're putting a saw against metal, like it's just
Let's see.
Well, and he's got one of the studs. He's got one silver stud, is what it looks like. He puts a helm on. Sick.
Okay. Yeah, so we're getting to know what's inside the Armageddon box in the next little bit.
Oh,
they have not said what's in there yet.
Interesting. Okay, wait. What was that? Go back. Yeah, what's that? He's got like a mace of some sort?
That is a Crozius.
Oh.
It is you are correct. It is basically a power mace.
Power mace.
It is a generally only chaplains have them. Yeah, it's basically, think of it as like scale of a power axe.
Yeah.
But more like shaping wise of a Thunderhammer, but doesn't have Thunderhammer's power.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it's a power mace, but exclusively for chaplains.
Now, is there anything special about that pistol, or is it just kind of a heavy bolt?
It's a heavy bolt pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks sick.
It would be cool if they gave us even just this cosmetic armor for assault class.
That would be a great cross promotion. Yeah. Okay, what's the vomit stuff? Do we know what this is?
Okay.
Because it
So
looks like acid
here's
just
the
melting.
thing. I'm going to use the old name here, and I'm going to look up what the new name is, because they changed the name of what this unit is called.
Oh.
Presently, the new name for it, let me see if I can find. There's a pain, there's a mech.
That.
Here's the psyker. So that is an orc psyker.
Mm-hmm.
That is an orc psychic unit. They used to be called Weird Boys.
Weird boys.
I believe they're just called orc psychers now, because there's a whole thing about weird has bad connotations now.
Yeah.
Like it's a word that we're not allowed to use anymore or something. I don't know.
Is it?
Like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still call them Weird Boys because that's what I learned them to be.
Yeah.
That's what they were called in Dawn of War 1. That's what they were called in Dawn of War 2. But they are the orc psyker unit. So we are seeing him spew forth basically psychic fire in the form of this vomit attack.
Oh. Yeah, so that's why it's just like burned up that dude.
Yeah.
Looks like it got into the armor, because look how it's gotten into the lining. So boy just melted on the inside. Cracked his lenses. And this guy's like, nope.
Yeah, and then he's got the big shockwave shout.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah. And what I like about that shot, if you can pull back to the shot where you see the Blood Angels guy scream inside of his helmet.
Oh yeah.
There's a small detail.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta wait till he opens his mouth here and try and pause there.
Is he? Oh, he's got fangs.
You notice his fangs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because the Blood Angels kind of have one of the side effects of their gene seed is that they do develop vampire-like canines. And one of the added effects from there is that they can further stem more and more into vampirism as they slowly go insane. Some of them are more like further down the path than others, I would say.
Yeah, and if this guy's been alive for a while.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can see like the reflections of the helmet, like you see the Blood Angel symbol on his forehead. Looks like a circle with a skull in the middle of it.
Yeah, all his
side,
Auspex readout stuff displayed over his face.
That is some detail. Like that is so like extra but perfect.
Yeah.
The Black Rage. Now is that similar to what we talked about earlier? Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Those
I
are
do
the
know
guys.
about that. Yeah, I know about the Black Rage. Yeah, because we were talking about the what was it called? The
Death Company.
Death Company, yeah. Because Andrew has one of his Space Marines is kitted out to look Death Company, which I think is really cool. I like that. Yeah, and we get those teeny tiny little figurine there, just a little tease, just like.
Yeah, these the two models we can show you from the box at present.
No, it looks great. Okay, do we want to take a look at one more? Because you said there was another one, right?
Yeah, we can watch the 500 Worlds one.
Okay. Oh, that's a little... Look at that little guy.
Yeah, so that's the current one that's available for purchase. I think we're getting a new updated model. Because that one looks a little old.
A little dated, yeah. That does look really cool. Let's see. Did you have a link for it, or?
I can get you that one. Yeah.
I think I closed it.
Oh, I got it. I think at the end here, does it show? Okay, good. This trailer does also include the new model for because they made a new tabletop model for Titus alongside this trailer.
Okay. Pulling it up here. All right. So this one is Titus Returns.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
They await your presence, my lord.
He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind? Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus? He is a demigod out of time, fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetrius Titus, Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar!
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
Oh man! Not gonna lie, I'm buying the propaganda here. it's a really good selling technique right now. Oh no! Oh no! Look at these guys. Sick. Wow. 500 worlds. Okay.
So this is the...
Oh, so we get a book and a set, yeah?
So, yeah, kind of the end of 10th edition was the edition of the 500 worlds, new story piece, having Titus take the role of captain of the Second Company after Akron fucking died in a paragraph off page.
Dude, fuck! You can't can't even get like an Akaran model of like him just like bleeding out on the ground or something. Like make it mean something.
Yeah, and then so yeah, that new box contains Captain Titus.
Do we know who that guy was that was presenting him with the?
So that's a guy from the Secret Levels episode.
Oh, okay. I might need to rewatch it.
And then in the box is Gadriel holding the standard there.
Okay, let me look at that. Yeah, because I was like, I wasn't sure that was him, but I know they went together at the end of Space Marine 2, so this is meant to progress after that, right?
Yeah,
this
is many years after that.
Yeah, which means we got some breathing room for building up stories and
like that's what I hope 3 is three like ends with Titus being basically seeing this cinematic happen.
That would be sick.
The end of Space Marine 3 campaign is this.
I would like that a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And give us what happens to Akaran and also Chiron, yeah, apparently.
Yeah, let us play the mission where Akaran and Chiron die.
Oh.
To Gene Stealers. Yeah, so 500 Worlds was the new narrative expansion that kind of came at the end of 10th. It's basically focused around Titus being newly crowned captain of the second company and being tasked by Gilliman to conquer back a whole bunch of the planets in the Ultramar segment that have been fallen to aliens or chaos or what have you.
Okay.
So his entire monologue that he has here is being like, this is fucking impossible. Gilliman's fucking crazy. There's no way we can do this.
Oh my god. And some of these guys, they got the white helmets right there.
Yeah. Higher ranked guys of the second company.
But yeah, we're not playing around. We're not giving tasks to the regulars. These are. And he's got a little 5 o'clock shadow too. You know, boy didn't have time to shave.
The new look is really cool.
It is, yeah. They amped it up. Like the cloak looks really cool. He's like thinking about it. He's like, oh, the responsibility on my shoulders, crazy. Look at him just like perched on that, like that set is crazy. Got all the dudes there. Okay, now this scene, this can't be an accident. Seeing Necrons here, right? Like that.
No, it's not an accident, because the 500 Worlds book, the first conflict that is really focused upon in the narrative is Titus going to a world that is infested by Necrons.
Yeah, and we're seeing the what do you call them? Not pyramids. The other word for them.
Oh, the monoliths and the Ziggurat?
Tip of my tongue. Wait, say it again.
Ziggurat.
Ziggurat. That was it. Yeah. Ziggurat.
Yeah. So the main conflict that they have in the 500 Worlds book is around going to a Necron tomb world that is in the process of being woken up.
Yikes. Which we saw in Space Marine 2. We were like, oh, this one's asleep right now. But given what happened on the surface, you know, we might have woke him up. We'll see.
Yeah.
Not good news. And so there's our boy. There's our guy right there with the banner. No, this looks like a pretty solid set if these are all the characters and pieces it comes with.
They introduced a whole bunch of new, like, auxiliary human characters alongside him that seem like really cool characters.
Yeah. Flayers too. Yeah, I really think that would be the perfect way to like build up Space Marine 3 is that all this teasing of the Necrons, maybe that builds up into something, and I'd like to see them use all the factions that we've seen so far and build up from there, you know?
Yeah.
Bring back the orcs, have all the existing factions we've had and take it to the next level, bring someone new in.
Yeah, I think Space Marine 3 should be basically the fill in the blanks that have been left out. Like, don't make Acheron and Charon's death just a footnote.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, they're
Please
way too
don't.
cool and they're way too important in Space Marine 2 to just let them die like that. Let's see, I haven't done Power Sword in a while. Let's switch to that. I better see Malum Cato in Space Marine 3.
So Cato, I believe, yeah, Cato's the main character of Bolt Gun. And he might be one of the strongest Ultramarines characters ever made.
That might be crazy. Yeah, that would be. I'm not gonna lie, they could do some really cool like crossover stuff, even if it's just like unlock him as a costume, you know. Or yeah, you know, Rahul Kohli's not very busy, man. No, he is. You could definitely get him. You know, he's very big in the video game voice acting space, and you know his acting career is taking off quite well. He's gotten some good roles, and you know Saros just came out like a week ago. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Like I haven't seen clips. I haven't. Nothing. Like. Are we sure it's even out? Like, because the release date passed, but like... Aros. Looks like Returnal. Feels like unlike anything else Housemarque has ever made. Yeah, I need to pick it up. I just, I'm just already drowning in games I haven't even played yet, so like I haven't even played Stories 3 for Monster Hunter, you know? So it's like, should I buy yet another game? Alright, Decapitation with Don't Play as Vanguard and...
Yeah. Shorter parry windows.
Yay! Sure, we'll be fine. Shorter parry. Operation Nightfall. Him and Titus, yeah. That would be a legendary team up, man. That's, you know shit's going down if they bring those guys together.
Yeah. No, I think they have a lot of potential for what 3 could be. And I feel like Necrons are basically a guarantee for 3 because they haven't added them in for 2 and they tease them pretty hard here.
Yeah. Safe bet. I do miss fighting the orcs, and like imagine how
Mm-hmm.
they would flesh them out like they did with factions in this game, where they
Yep.
added more variations of them as we went along.